Good morning, everyone. Oh, I have some news. Besides that, yes, Dillinger, one of our family pets, one of my daughter's long-time best friend for 13 years, has gone to doggy heaven. uh, Interesting. I feel more grief over that than some of the people that have passed on. That's a terrible thing to say, isn't it? That's the truth when it comes to me. But there is another, and I had my youngest granddaughter here for several hours, quite a few hours, much longer than she's ever been away from her mom and dad. And it went very well. It was great. All of my other grandchildren wanted to hold her, and they snat, and they, you know, fed the bottle to her, and it was great. It was really, really great. It was wonderful. Yeah, and she seemed to enjoy it as well. So that's good to know, since I will be taking care of that little one at home while the parents have to work. Yes. Yeah. But my oldest granddaughter had a mishap. Oh, just before she's going on vacation. She broke her leg. Yes, she did. Her lower, not the ankle, somewhere in between, while skateboarding. Yes. Oh, wow. Well, to me, things like that. Okay, so it's a break where, all right, it'll heal up just fine. She's 11. That'll heal up just fine, right? No problem. If you know anything about the skeletal system. I see you. Which every bone is more or less reconstructed within 6 months until a certain age. Yes, I'll go look it up. Anyway, did you sleep all right? Yeah. You got up a little late. You usually get up much earlier. He's always the first one.
I had nightmares last night.
You had, I told you. Yeah, They were watching Harry Potter. And I feel like...
That's scary.
I told you. I said, are you sure you're good to watch this? Yeah, well, it's all right. We'll just have to watch it again. I had that experience too. If a movie, if something follows you, just watch it again and won't have the same effect.
We just started it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I want to keep watching it. It's getting really interesting.
It's getting really interesting. More scary.
Are there more Harry Potters?
I don't know. I guess there's 7 or 8 movies or something. Whoa, look. There's a hawk sitting right on top of the electrical pole.
Really?
Yeah, look over there on the pole, right up on top. You see it? They're huge hawks here. I have no doubt they have nests here. There's 4 of them. All right, I hear you.
There's no hawks.
It's right there. You can't hear it? I can see it right from here on top of the pole. Oh, there's the other one. There's another one. There was another one.
Okay, now I see. I was like on top of the coach. Well, your video's going.
Huh?
Your video's going.
I know. I have to keep going here. Talking to you. Anyway, so, broke a bone, skateboarding, and she went with my son Sunday night, this one wasn't allowed to go. He probably would have broke his head. And she was even assisted. My son helped her do that one ramp, and for some reason her leg twisted up or something, and it broke it. And here's the thing. Someone goes, oh, no, you know. I told my granddaughter, I said, you know, here's the thing with that. Wherever you're going on vacation, right, there may be some things that you guys were going to plan to do, and that could have had, right? We never know. And so now you're restricted to do certain things, and that may just be a blessing in disguise, right? Yes? Yeah. Well, can one foresee the future? No, not really. But I'm not God, and I know that Heavenly Parent takes good care of us. Yes? So, there's a reason for everything. Sometimes we don't understand why we have to go through pain and this and that, but...
I'll try a broken leg.
What?
Yeah.
You what now?
I'll try a broken leg.
Well,
I want to see if I'll just have crutches.
my hearing must be going. I can't understand what you're saying. All right, let's get going in here. Otherwise, we had a great day. Yes. A lazy day. Taking care of a baby.
I'm going to go and watch Harry Potter.
You are? No, no, we're not starting that. It's getting late enough. We're going to have some breakfast after Rosie's done here.
Wait, is it
Then
on
we're going to
Max?
go and wait for John. Huh?
It's on Max.
Yeah. No more. Done. Remember what Mommy said? Only if Danny is here.
Or you.
Yeah, well, we're not. No.
I'm watching Harry Potter today, not my
Well, well, don't you have a big old ego? We'll see. We'll talk to Mommy about it. Okay.
And the fourth one, Harry Potter went in a maze to like do a challenge, and he went. It was like this massive maze, like 200 yards, 200
That's massive.
200 football fields.
It was big.
And there was a center, and he found his friend, because there was people going in to try to get him, and they found a trophy with his friend. They grabbed it, it transported him into a bad place, and Voldemort was made there.
You know who.
Okay, who cares?
Well, that's what you guys said to me yesterday when I said Voldemort. Said, you can't say that. You have to say you know who.
I never said that.
Oh, not today. It's changed. All right. Okay.
So I keep being
However, whatever.
And they touched it, and the bad guy, his helper, Voldemort's helper, he had a knife, and you know how that guy had a thing across Harry Potter?
Yeah.
That statue guy, whatever. The other bad guy had a knife, and he went to Harry Potter, and it dropped some blood into the pores. And then the bad guy cut his hand off. It was like, and then Voldemort came along, made him a middle hand or something. The end.
The end. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, before we continue on that, we're going to talk to Mommy about that first.
Hey, guys. Hey,
Yeah.
world.
Hey, world. That's right.
Hey, guys.
Okay, let's get going here in the book of Judith, 10. Super chapter 4. Judith and Holofernes. Judith goes to the camp of Holofernes. Thus Judith called on the God of Israel. When she had finished praying, she got up from the floor, summoned her maid, and went down into the rooms which she used on Sabbath days and festivals. There she removed the sackcloth she was wearing, and taking off her widow's dress, she washed all over, anointed herself plentifully with perfumes, dressed her hair, wrapped the turban around it, and put on the robe of joy she used to wear when her husband Manasseh was alive. She put sandals on her feet, put on her necklaces, bracelets, rings, earrings, and all her jewelry, and made herself beautiful enough to beguile the eye of any man who saw her. Then she handed her maid a skin of wine and flask of oil, filled a bag with barley griddle cakes, cakes of dried fruit, and pure loaves, and wrapping all these provisions up, gave them to her as well. They then went out, making for the town gate of Bethulia. There they found Uzziah, waiting with the two elders of the town, Shabris and Charmis. When they saw Judith, her face so changed and her clothes so different, they were lost in admiration of her beauty. They said to her, May the God of our ancestors keep you in his favor. May he crown you designs with success to the glory of the children of Israel, to the greater glory of Jerusalem. What are they up to now? This doesn't sound good to me already. But anyway, well, Jude, huh? Boy, he's sure noisy this morning. Judith worshipped God, and then she said, Have the town gate opened for me so that I can go out and fulfill all the wishes you expressed to me. Ma, it's busy this morning already. Here comes baby. Hey, baby. Have the town gate opened for me so that I can go out and fulfill all the wishes you expressed to me. Oh. And what was that? And who, well, they're missing a little something here. Oh, okay, it's just a story anyway. They did as she asked and gave orders to the young men to open the gate for her. This done, Judith went out, accompanied by her maid, while the men of the town watched her all the way down the mountain and across the valley until they lost sight of her. You guys don't even want to know what I'm thinking right now. As the women were making straight through the valley, an advance unit of Assyrians intercepted them, and seizing Judith began to question her. Which side are you on? Where do you come from? Where are you going? I'm a daughter of the Hebrews, she replied, and I am fleeing from them since they will soon be your prey. I'm on my way to see Holofernes, the general of your army, to give him trustworthy information. I shall show him the road to take if he wants to capture all the hill country without losing one man or one life. As the men listened to what she was saying, they stared in astonishment at the sight of such a beautiful woman. Wow. It will prove the saving of you, they said to her, coming down to see our master of your own accord. You had better go to his tent. Some of our men will escort you and hand you over to him. Once you are in his presence, do not be afraid. Tell him what you have just told us, and you will be well treated. They then detailed 100 of their men as escort for herself and her attendant, and these led them to the tent of Holofernes. News of her coming had already spread through the tents, and there was a general stir in the camp. She was still outside the tent of Holofernes, waiting to be announced, when a crowd began forming round her. They were immediately impressed by her beauty and impressed with the Israelites because of her. Who could despise a people who have women like this? They kept saying. Better not leave one of them alive. Let any go. What? And they could twist the whole world round their fingers. The bodyguard and adjutants of Holofernes then came out and led Judith into the tent. Holofernes was resting on his bed under a canopy of purple and gold, studded with emeralds and precious stones. The men announced her, and he came out to the entrance to the tent with silver torches carried before him. When Judith confronted the general and his adjutant, the beauty of her face astonished them all. She fell on her face and did homage to him, but his servants raised her from the ground. All right, that's the end of 10.
What is baby doing? Is she taking a bath?
Who?
Baby.
I don't know. Okay, that was the end of 10. I think we all know where this is going.
No.
We'll find out more. I think all this is telling us here is the weakness of men, and on how men are using the weakness of men against them, and it happens to be in the form of a human being. Yeah, that's not right. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if, whatever comes now after, which no doubt is not going to be anything I'm going to be in favor of either. Regardless.
What time is it?
That's not how one should be regarded as, regardless, man or woman, or used, regardless, man or woman. And though, okay, so she's willing, but no, no. And sadly, okay, though, most likely that won't come to fruition, but then who knows what is the reaction, if one wants to believe this, of the soldiers of Holofernes when they see her and go, wow, so they have respect and admiration or whatever for the women of Israel. I'm going, wow, that's amazing. But right away, the thought is, well, we're going to have to make sure that we're not going to let any of them live, the women, these beautiful women, because they're going to just wrap us right around their little fingers. That's weird. It's just weird. This is just, yeah. Well, anyway, I've got a hungry child here, more hungry children to come. So, huh? You don't want any breakfast? Oh. So, I've got to go. I don't have much to say to this right now. What is there to say? Let's remember, it's a story that was put in there with very little historical records. So it's most likely made up for the time. I don't know, I have no idea. It's difficult to know, right? And but it's in the Bible. As what? Again, mostly of things not to do. Anyway. That's it. I think I hear someone else up here. Abby?
No.
I don't know.
Oh.
Where did baby go? Did she go back upstairs?
What the heck?
Well, anyway, that's all I have to say this morning. Oh, that's all I have to say this morning. Gotta get going. Yes. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you and embrace you with love. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow.